In this martial arts cane self-defense techniques video number 3, we're working on some basic blocks and strikes. This one, and this one, that one, and that one. We're gonna warm up first with this. So just a simple spin. It's in your right hand first. Your palm is facing the sky. Your hand is mostly closed, but you're not squeezing. You need it to be open enough that this can move in your hand. So you're gonna twist it around, just like you're cranking like this. It just goes around. A simple orbital spin. Orbital just meaning going around the outside of your body. You're gonna start to warm up your whole body with this move, squeezing your abs tight. After about 30 seconds, start to bring it over and back. You're simply going down and pulling back, down and back. And your goal is to not just fire the abs and get your posture more straight, but to get your heart rate up just a little bit. Start to condition your body for the self-defense fight. I want you to be physically stronger by practicing with your martial arts cane or your self-defense cane. After about 30 seconds, put it into the other hand. And again, your hand is closed, the long side comes out of your thumb. You're not squeezing, it has to be open enough for it to spin. You're gonna crank it forward, gradually increasing your speed. Start to go back and forth. An X in front of the body, firing those abdominal muscles so your posture improves. You're also gonna lean out faster this way. So to get your heart rate up, you're gonna start to burn fat, get lean and fighting fit. Now go back into the other hand and I want you to get into this posture here where you're simply walking down the street. The threat's coming to you, you're gonna step into it or step away. Whether you step in or step away, you have to have the cane between you and the other person. Hello, George, good morning. It's good to see you. You're gonna step in here. George, just a quick question. What kind of cane are you using for practice? Is it a regular walking cane? Is it one of these rattan canes? You're gonna start to strike through, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, just coming down and over. 1, 2, 1, 2. Gradually increase your speed, but you're going faster and faster. From the very first workout, I want you to be able to get into that protected position where the cane interrupts their line of sight so they have to look around. They're not gonna hit your cane. You're putting this between you and the threat, and then immediately, 2 simple, powerful, through the body, hard, fast strikes. Oh, nice. So you're coming here, here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Put it in the other hand, get into that position. The hand is up. Again, you can step forward into the attack. That's what I like to do, or step back. Sometimes you instinctively step back because they're too close, too fast. You're back here, but as long as this cane, this hard piece of wood or metal or whatever yours is made out of, is between you and the threat, you're gonna be in a better position than if you're just like this. So you're here, and I want you to strike down, going in those 2 angles, making that X in front of the body, gradually increasing the speed. I want you to get your heart rate up fast. I want you to break a sweat, increase your mobility, strength, endurance. This basic 2-strike combination with your self-defense cane or your walking cane. Now, back to the spin, back and forth. And I want you to get a little bit more aggressive with the spin in this third workout. So you're gonna do a few here and right into here. Out here and back. This is conditioning your body for that self-defense fight. You might not necessarily do the spin or the twirl with your cane while you're defending yourself, but this is gonna get you stronger, faster. It's gonna get your heart rate up. This is like jumping rope for a boxer or for an MMA fighter. You have to do other things to condition your body. You're not gonna use them in the ring, but in self-defense, that extra breathing, your endurance, extra flexibility, mobility, strength, that's gonna get you ready, better able to defend yourself. The other thing you're doing is you're building those callus on your hand. So from this position, you get here, Your hand needs to slide up and down. Maybe you're starting in this position so you can block and then strike. Your hand will be able to move easier with that callus. And you get that from doing this over and over and over again. Well, welcome back. It's good to see you. Now, from here, back to your ready position. This is your ready position for martial arts cane. Step in, block up. Now, when you block up from here, it looks like the focus is the angle, and the angle is important, but that's not really what I'm thinking about. From here, I'm just getting my hand up above my head. I want the cane to interrupt the punch that's flying in my face. I want the cane to lift their arm up so I can break their ribs. The punch is coming in here. That's what I'm gonna hit, right? I'm gonna affect their breathing, their ability to pursue the fight against me. This is self-defense. You have every right to defend yourself. So from here, step in or step back, as long as the cane's in front of you, block up. Block up is simply lift your hand up. Let me lift the camera up a little bit. That way we can see what we're doing. I can see what we're doing anyway. From here, see how that makes that angle? The punch is coming here, and you don't have to be super fast. In fact, there's no speed. There's no way that your brain is gonna get the message to the muscle. It's gonna get up in time. We know this for a fact. If your hand is anywhere below your chin and they throw that punch, you're gonna get hit. That's why it's always better to start in this position. But now, since you're in this position, that punch is coming to your face, you're going to intercept and lift and then strike. So to practice, I want you to lift and strike. Lift and strike. So from here, lift, strike, and then bring it around your head and strike. We haven't done a lot around the head yet, but this is the third class, and you're ready. So we come from 1, 2, 1, 2. From here, step in, up, 1, 2, up, 1, 2. And like everything else, when you practice self-defense cane, I want you to work on speed, right? Yeah, it's gonna break the ribs. Especially, now this is the rattan cane. I have a bunch of these rattan canes coming to me in the mail, and I'm gonna resell them at a discount to you. I like to charge just a little bit more to cover the shipping and cover the cost of the thing. But I'm frustrated looking around trying to find sources for you. You can't buy them on Amazon. It's hard for you to get these. So I've ordered some, and I'm gonna resell them for super cheap, cheaper than you can get anywhere. Don't tell anybody. All right, so from here, it comes up, down, down, up, 1, 2, 1, 1. Now you see the intensity that I'm putting into my effort. I'm also putting intensity into my focus because I want to match the focus and the effort and make a mental trigger. When the threat's coming and I get in this position, I want that trigger to fire, that light switch to flip up and say, it's time to fight. Commitment, right? So from here, up, boom, boom. When I make that mental trigger of mental focus, like intensity of focus and intensity of effort, that's what I want. That's why I'm sweating, that's why you're gonna sweat. From here, up, 1, 2. Immediately kicks in, and then you are able to fight. They should be in by Friday. 1, 2, 3. Up, 1, 2. And I'm not sure about shipping yet. I'm gonna check on the shipping, but it should be somewhere between 30 and 35, all in. Up, 1, 2. And if I can get it less than that, I'm gonna get it less than that. Up, 1, 2. Up, 1, 2. It's just that they're so light, you can go so much faster here, build up your speed, then go to your everyday oak, hickory, whatever it's made out of, hardwood carry cane, and then you're gonna be stronger. Plus, you can beat this thing up. You don't have to worry about messing up your everyday carry cane. It's nice and pretty, keep it nice and pretty. So you have to defend yourself, use this one as your everyday trainer. So I've got those coming. All right, put it in the other hand, start in this position, better position, cane between you and the threat, and then you're gonna block up, strike down, up, 1, 2, up, 1, 2. Now the part that's going to slow you down at first is the smoothness, because slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and fast breaks the ribs. So from here, up, it's this around the back, and then it's around the back the other way. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Well, I brought it over here. That works too. From here, 1, 2. Up, 1, 2. As long as you're bringing it from here, and you can move with speed and power, explosiveness, and you can start to break the ribs for self-defense, that's what you want. From here, up, 1, 2. Up. From here, you can even just practice this, but don't rush it. Don't throw it together. This is what I see you do sometimes. You go from here already into the strike and you forget the block. The block is essential, extremely important for this practice, for this technique. Does that mean you have to do it? No. Maybe what happens is you're here, you sidestep, which is coming later in this workout, because I want you to work on your sidestep. From here, you sidestep, which is even better. If I have a choice between blocking or hitting them first, sidestep and then hitting them, I'm gonna hit them first. Number 2, I'm gonna sidestep and hit them. The third is the block, because the block might be too slow. The block might be too fast, and then you still get hit. The block might crumble. You're still gonna hit them. But if you can move out of the way, that's always best. Don't get hit is the best part of self-defense. If you can get to the level where you're not getting hit so much or at all, that's true. That's great self-defense. The highest level, though, is that mental part of self-defense where just by your look in your eyes, they say, that guy's not a threat. Or that guy's too much of a threat. That guy's not a target. That guy, I don't want to mess with that guy. You or that girl, right? Because man or woman, right? You're walking down the street, you're walking with confidence, you're walking with a cane, and you feel, I don't know if we can or not. Send me the address. Send me an email at info@quantumstrong.com or pasquinelli@hotmail.com, and we'll see. And maybe if, you know what's sad to me? Most of these are made in Pakistan or India, or they're in Bangladesh. Sometimes they're in other parts of Asia, not always in China. This one doesn't come from China. I think this is probably more of a Thailand or Indonesia. It comes from somewhere in the Middle East, though. A lot of times from Pakistan, Indonesia, and they're shipping them in your own country. Not that you're in Pakistan, but you're close, right? I don't know why you can't get them over there. I do know why. It's money, right? It's one of the benefits of living here is that you have the rule of law, and customs isn't stealing everything like they are in so many countries, or bribing, making you pay them to get your stuff, and so it costs 10 times what it should, or 1,000. Anyway, send it to me anyway, and we'll see if there's a solution. Pasquinelli, my last name, at hotmail.com, or quantumstrong at info at quantumstrong.com. All right, back to here. So we have the ready position, the block, strike, and I had you do that from the ready position, block, strike, on both sides. Now I want to talk about getting out of the way. And to get out of the way, you have to have the ability in the lower part of your body. We're going down again with the camera. Hold on. I'm not happy with my wide angle lens. It's for the older phone. And on this phone, it's got more cameras, so it makes it look like a fish eye, and I don't like that. So I've got a new one coming. But I wanted you to see, I'm going down even a little bit more. I wanted you to see my feet, because this is what you're going to do. And you're gonna modify it depending on your mobility level, how mobile you are, right? And I'm gonna show you even more. I'm gonna get you more of my feet in a minute. But you're gonna use your cane, you're gonna place it, and you're gonna step behind it. Place it, step behind it. By behind it, I mean it's in front of your body. So you're gonna place it, step over, place. Now these are wide steps. Take smaller steps at the beginning if that's where you are physically or with your mobility. But step, and I know this seems like it's super easy, super simple, but try it. You're gonna find that because you don't often move this way, maybe once or twice a day, maybe a little bit more if your job requires it, but most of us are not moving laterally from side to side. You're using the cane to assist you, and then if this is already easy for you, then hold your cane and move to the side twice, and to the side twice. And then if this is easy, make it fast. Moving fast, side to side, side to side. Self-defense requires speed of mobility. speed of mobility. Now, you don't always have that choice. And if you don't have speed of mobility, use what you have. You're still going to get out of the way when you can. Start small. If you can do more, do more. This is about capacity. The more you do, the more you can do. That's easy. Side to side. A little quicker. That's too easy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Become explosive in your lateral movement so that when the fight comes to you, you can strike, get out of the way, or you can block and self-defend. You have to be able to defend yourself. Getting out of the way is always better than trying to stop it, trying to block it, standing in the fight, getting beaten, right? If you have the option, you can block, strike, kind of like a swashbuckler, fighting with your sword. And maybe it's multiple attackers. Maybe the first attack is here, or you're walking and they come rushing you from the side, and you have to fight, and you realize another one's coming, and you have to turn. There's one back there, and then you're over here. I don't know, it seems like a silly exaggeration, but it's not. It's factual. Multiple attackers. Why do people who are multiple attackers attack somebody who looks like they might be more weak or feeble or whatever? Because they're cowards. They're thugs. They're punks. They're jerks. Whatever you want to call them. But the fact is, they're mentally weak. And so they need groups of people hold your body and smack you with the other hand. And so they yell and they're screaming at you. They can't do it on their own because they're so emotionally weak. So they come in groups. But you're not weak, and you've prepared, you've practiced. I want you to get really good at fighting this one, fighting that one, and then come over here and fight that one. But don't give up. The fight's not over until you win. Good. Fight's not over until you win. Thank you. I appreciate that comment. All right, back to your training. We're going to start now to work on power in the legs, and then we're going to add some more strikes. From here, it goes between your legs, and this is an assisted move, meaning you're using your arms and pushing yourself up to take some of the weight off of the legs. Now, if you haven't been mobile or you're increasing your mobility, you're getting stronger, faster, you're needing to have a little bit of assistance, accept it, use it, it's good for you. It doesn't show that you're weaker because you're assisting your squats. What it does is it gives you more mobility. You're gonna go down lower, up higher, so you're getting more power in the legs. And all of these strikes come off of the floor or off of the ground through your legs. So from here, adding some simple squats, assisted squats, for 30 seconds. Don't worry about counting them. Just go for half a minute. Either wear a watch, put it on your phone, stick your phone up so you can see the time. When the time changes, 30 seconds, you go back to strikes. Get in that better position. We're gonna build a fighting set, which means combination of strikes and blocks. So we're gonna do every strike over and over and over again. This is the fastest way to disguise repetition and get you so many reps that it becomes muscle memory. It becomes instinctive for you that when you need it, you're able to immediately defend. And then you have to watch the video camera from the security cameras and say, what did I do to that guy? All I know is that he's in the hospital, I'm home safe. And then you're watching the news that night and they say, man, woman carrying cane, walking cane, self-defense cane, teaches a lesson to a group of punk thugs who are out to do no good. And you don't even remember what you did because you were in the zone. You had that mental zone going, that flow state where you're just, bam, and you're hitting them. And that comes from lots and lots of repetitions. That's what we're doing here. So now, in the right hand first, step in or step away. Remember the rule is that the cane's between you and the threat. That's all you have to remember. You're gonna step into your ready position, and look at that. That cane interrupts their line of sight. That cane interrupts their sight picture. That makes them look to try to hit you. That puts you in charge of the fight. That's the whole point. You're taking control. If they saw you, and out of habit, they're like, let's get them. Because in their mind, because they're such weak, emotionally weak cowards, they have to go in a group, or they have to pick on people they think are weaker than them. They thought that was you. They made a big mistake, right? All of a sudden, you interrupt what their thought was. It's called a pattern interrupt. You interrupted the pattern that gives their cowardly heart some confidence. Now you're here. You're going to block that punch. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, strike 4. So 2, down, 2, up. Block first, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the ready position. Block, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready position, block, 1, faster. You always want to increase speed during the 30-second set. These are all 30-second sets. You increase that speed to build capacity. The more you do, the more you can do. It gets you out of your comfort zone. You're going to sweat. You're going to lean out. You're going to get stronger. Your well-being improves through flexibility, endurance, strength, and mobility. The ability to move around your world without worrying about some thugs and some punks. Back to the other hand. Step into your ready position. High block. Strike down, strike up, strike up. High block. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, this other hand is always up. Why? In case you're too slow, they throw that punch, you're naturally going to flinch behind your arm. They're going to run into that instead of that, instead of shutting off your operating system, and then you're out cold on the ground, and their pictures, the video camera now picks up you getting stomped into the ground. And it's a different headline. Instead of, they picked on the wrong guy, you know, elderly person, a person with cane, disabled person, because they're going to assume because of the cane, gets pummeled by a bunch of thug criminals roaming the streets. And if you think that's not happening right now, read the news, right? It's happening, especially like places like New York. They're just roaming around, slashing people, hitting people. And I'm not saying that, this is not about fear, doom, and gloom. It's about you have the right to prepare. Why wouldn't you prepare? You have the right to defend yourself. Why wouldn't you get a walking cane or a self-defense cane or a martial arts cane and learn how to defend yourself if you are in the area like that? If you have that thought in your mind and it's keeping you from leaving your house at all, take your confidence back, take your freedom back, your liberty. This is called a liberty device, a liberty tool, a self-defense tool. From here, better position, high block, down, down, up, up. Now, does that mean that's exactly what you're gonna do? No. It's about principles. First principle, situation awareness. Pay attention to what's happening while it's happening. Number 2, get in a better position. Number 3, what are your targets? It might be this strike. It might be this strike, which is next. It might be a straight jab. You might have the other side forward. And just like we watched Master Gary Hernandez the other day, I don't know if you saw his video. He was showing you this jab and this one. Just, man, it was powerful. I loved watching his videos because he has such intensity of 2 things. What were they? Do you remember? Intensity of focus, intensity of effort. That is called enthusiasm in most places, but when it comes to self-defense, that's self-defense energy that you need. You need increase it. Create that mental trigger, flip that switch. You're in this position. Back up, I'll defend myself. That's the first one. Boom, there's the other one. That's the lateral move. I went that way. That's that lateral move. Hit them as they go by. And then later watch the video camera, the footage to see what you actually did because you were in the zone, you were in the flow state. You don't remember because you practiced so much. It just came out of your muscle memory. All right, back to strengthening the body because I want you to have this mobility. We did this in the last set. We're going back to our lateral move. And if you haven't done this in a while, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Tomorrow you're gonna wake up, or later today, you're gonna feel tightness in the glutes, the side glutes. And you're gonna say, what was that? Oh, that was moving side to side. I guess I haven't done that enough. So you're gonna move here, one side, the other side. And again, if you're super fit already, and that seems super easy, hold it in this position, get in this position. Almost like they're getting ready to high school tackle you. And when they come in, you're gonna strike this way, but you're gonna move and strike that way. Or you're gonna move and strike that way, getting them with the hook, right in the temple, right in the neck, pulling them down to drive that elbow as they move by. And practice side, moving side to side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But if that's not where you start where you are. And don't be ashamed or embarrassed of where you start. You guys tell me this all the time. I'm embarrassed. Get over yourself. If you're embarrassed, you're focused on the wrong thing. You're focused on your own ego. Get over your ego. Don't get stuck in ego, right? It's not a good place to be. 1, 2, This is where you start. This is where you start. Doesn't mean this is where you end. It's just a really good starting point. 30 seconds, your heart rate comes back up. You're starting to build capacity, more strength in your hips, stabilize those hips. You're healthier, increased endurance, strength, mobility, flexibility, means well-being for life. Now, back into your ready position. There's the high block. Remember, we're building the set 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to 7 from 4. From here, other hand. Now, once you get to about 7 strikes, I start doing both sides evenly. And you're going to do that too. You're going to go from here, block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then into the other position. Start here, number 2, 3, 4, 5, strike up, horizontal, palm facing the sky, horizontal coming back, palm facing the ground, and then just straight down the middle here, shutting off their operating system. They can't chase, they can't come after you. That's it. Other hand, better position, block that punch, down, down, opposite angle up. When you come up, your palm is facing the sky. When you come up on the other side, your palm is facing the ground. Palm facing the sky, palm facing the ground, straight down the middle. You feel it in your shoulders, you're getting stronger, healthy. Some of you guys have told me your shoulders are so much better, and I know that because I've experienced this for years. When you start training with a martial arts weapon that spins or moves like this, especially the self-defense cane or the martial arts cane, you feel it in your shoulders in a really good, healthy way. That's because the plasma, the blood's getting in there, it's starting to heal everything up. From here, step in, block 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the way, if this is as fast as you are right now, that's the perfect speed. Where you are right now is where you should be, as long as you're starting to move. Yes, get over yourself. Thank you. People, this is the truth. There's a saying, comparison is the thief of joy. That means when you wake up in the morning, you start thinking, the first thing you think about is everything you don't have, compared to everybody else, because that's the only way you can do it. All the things you don't have, opportunities, material things, relationships, fitness, all that stuff you don't have, your whole day is shot, ruined, your depression goes up, and you get worse. Your life gets worse. You wake up every morning, and instead of the comparison, you go for gratitude, appreciation. And the first thing you say is, thank you for waking me up today. I get another chance, I get another day at it. And then you say, thanks for that. I have oxygen, my lungs still work, my eyes still work if they still work, my hearing, my taste, my nose, my mouth. And then you thank you for the basic things. Thank you that I didn't wake up behind the building, passed out next to the gutter. It's a true story. This happened last week, came to work. Guy, not the gutter, the garbage, the dumpster. I have the most foul-smelling dumpster I've ever smelled my entire life. And it's because we're in 96, 98 degree heat, pure humidity. As soon as the trash goes in, there's a Mexican restaurant in the building. Every day they're filling it up. As soon as they put that trash in the next morning, it's maggots everywhere. The dude's passed out, leaning up. I thought he was dead. Leaning up against the thing. I don't know what he's on. He's on something, right? Probably because the liquor store's right next door. Probably alcohol. But he found enough to knock himself out, wakes up filthy, probably hasn't showered. If you wake up tomorrow morning and that's not you, then and even he has something to be grateful for. He still gets another chance. But you wake up in the morning and that's not you, you wake up anything less than that, right? You're not as filthy, you're not as hungover, you're not as passed out the night before and next to this most foul-smelling, disgusting thing in the world. Good. I love that. Me too. My shoulders feel great for 10 years now. As soon as I learned about the Indian swinging clubs, and then I started doing the Kali, the Skrima martial arts, I got back into the cane. They feel great too. But you get my point, right? Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop being a victim. Victim mentality leads to everything I don't have. You get out of the victim mentality and you get into the gratitude mentality and you start thanking every morning. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, that's it. That's all you have to do. While you're drinking your coffee or your water, or your tea, your Coke, whatever you drink in the morning, as you're getting ready, close your eyes, take a deep breath, pick one thing and make it simple. And then later, you'll get better and better at thinking about all the things. And then your whole day is different. But most people don't do that. They wake up thinking about, they go to sleep thinking about what they don't have. They wake up thinking about what they don't have. And then they're always in a foul mood. Don't let that be you. You didn't wake up behind my building, passed out next to the dumpster. And the good thing you woke up because he was on the wrong side. And every day, because of all the trash and the maggots, every day the city comes, it's a city dumpster. And they lift and dump that in the back of the thing. The guy would have lifted it up and the guy would have fell. And if he didn't see him, he would have stuck that thing. I mean, that's the reality. That's his reality. If your reality is any better than that, you know, there's your gratitude. And like I said, he even has stuff that he just doesn't see it. All right, back to our final exercise. And that we'll both keep going. Get in your better position. High block, down, down, up, up, through, and back. Straight down, and then you're gonna step in with the other foot. It doesn't have to be that big. I just wanted to show you so you could see it. Take your other hand onto the end of it and think of a rifle, wartime, the war movies or whatever, fixed bayonets, big knife coming off the end, and you're gonna stick that right into one of the targets. The nose, the eyes, the throat, for self-defense. So your fighting set for today, step in, high block, down, down, up, up, through, back, step. Other hand, ready position, high block, down, down, up, up, bring it through, bring it back. Oh, wait a minute, straight down, forgot that one, and then straight in. So from here, high block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other hand, ready position, high block, down, down, up, up, through, back, straight down the middle, and then bring it in. Practice that over and over again. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the rattan cane. Would you like one? I'm gonna put these up for sale as soon as I get them. And like I said, I'm gonna keep the cost as low as I possibly can. I will not make any money. I'm just gonna provide it as a service to you because everybody keeps asking me where to get that. And you can't always get good links on the internet. You order this and they send you something else, right? Or you just can't find it. These are really hard to find, but they're great. They're so effective. I mean, they hit hard. They're super lightweight. They're extremely durable. They're a great, great training cane. I'll let you know about these in the next few days as soon as I get them. But put some, send me your questions. If you live in an area, you're in the Middle East, you're in Europe, you're in Africa, you're in Central South America, wherever, and you don't think you can find anything, and I know, because when I go to Guatemala, I try to bring boxing stuff for the kids' boxing program and some martial arts gear, because and they won't open my bag. They haven't yet. They will now after watching this, but customs will take it and steal it or whatever. And I'm not saying that, you know, about any one person in particular, but that's the frustration of people who live in that area. They can't get anything because customs keeps taking their stuff, or they make them pay a huge fee and a bribe just to get their stuff. So I take it through and just pass them on personally. So I know how hard it is to get good gear in a lot of places in the world. But send me an email anyway, and we'll see if it's possible. I'll see if I can find something from you or for you from this side. info@quantumstrong.com. And go to my website, pasquinelli.com. It's in the link below. And if you go there, click on some of the ads. That's the only way I keep making these videos. George keeps helping me out. And then some of you guys send me those super chats. I really appreciate it. And then a little bit here and there. But mostly it's when you go to my website, if you can watch the videos there or click the links or whatever, that helps me out a lot too. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you.